The grip strength squeeze. Now this is going to look a little odd, but roll with me with this. What we've got is a sheet of paper, and yes, we can reuse it. So what we're going to do is place that piece of paper down. Now I'm just sitting on a seat. You could do this on a desk, for example, and all we're going to do is get our hands open in one corner of the paper. And what we're going to do is roll our hands to scrunch up that piece of paper. Now that's going to work all those muscles. They're going to be working to make that pattern happen in order to scrunch that paper up. From there, what we're going to look to do is then, once we've got it into a ball, is squeeze that ball in a pulsing manner. And that's really going to work that grip strength, the muscles that create that grip strength. And you can do this, you can recycle the paper, then you can open it back out and go through the exercise again. So instead of just going straight through into this gripping exercise, we're then going to go through and we're working our muscles first in order to create the movement. So it's quite dynamic, I guess, and it definitely looks a little quirky. Now I've worked with this over the years. From a rehab perspective, it works wonders because we also work the extensors as well as the grip as well. So we're working full muscle strength in terms of opening out the fingers, working them in unison, working as a team, and then we're getting into that grip strength. And when you're gripping a piece of paper, even an A4 sheet that has been crumpled up, and the more you do this, actually the better it is, the more crumpled that piece of paper becomes, then it really does build up some force. And once you get a little bit stronger, you can even increase to maybe a couple of sheets of paper, again reusing the whole time, so you don't have to go through endless sheets of paper. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through this. Yes, it feels or looks a little bizarre, but actually doing it, you start to feel the benefits. And believe me, the fatigue that you can feel in your hands is unbelievable from this, from those wrist extensors and flexors, which create this movement, the opening of the hand, the shutting of the hand, the gripping of the fingers as well. So we're working all those finer muscles. If you feel any sort of pain, stop. Hopefully you won't get paper cuts as well. If you do, stop. But here we're going to work through, and it's going to work really, really well. So you don't have to sit down on a seat like this. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, so hopefully I'm catching the angle so you can see what I'm doing. So here we go. I'm going to place my hand in the corner like so, and I'm going to curl that paper in, and very slowly. So I've really got to work those fingers in order to do so. Now there is no set routine clearly to how that paper is going to screw up. Now it's nice and screwed, and now I'm going to do my pulses. And whether you can see here, my hand is working, as you can see those muscles working underneath. I'll pulse for 10, 20 times, whatever the set amount is. I've got that paper nice and tight. And then what I'll do, there's the paper, is I'll go and I'll start again. So I'll open out again. Obviously I'm only working the one hand here, you work both hands. Open out the sheet of paper. Yes, people are going to think you're mad, but hey, we're being good to the environment that we're only using a piece of paper, and it could well be an old piece of work that you don't need anymore, and then you'll go through and execute it again. So what we will do is grab the paper and then screw up again. I can really feel those other muscles working now. I've got to rearrange it so it's in the hand, and then we start working again. And once you start doing this, trust me, you really do start to feel it. So yes, it's a little bit quirky, but it really does work those extensors and grip muscles that work in the hand. And particularly from a rehab perspective as well, and an early strengthening element, this is a real great exercise to do.